Hey guys, Bows here with GTSgaming, and today I'm going to upload my first ranked game. Now I don't really play ranked that often, but one thing you guys will learn from ranked that the picking stage is vitally important. So for that reason I want to record the picking stage too. And I did pick up Thanatos. I don't really want to seem biased to my gods that I pick up. Just because I got a lot of Thanatos videos out and I don't have that many videos out in total. So I don't want you guys to think that I was just going to upload a whole bunch of Thanatos with some other gods, trickled in here and there. I'm not going to do that, but it is ranked, so, winning the game actually matters, and doing good matters greatly. And so for that reason I want to pick up Thanatos just because I called jungle and he made it through the banning stage and I do really good on him. So I'm going to pick up Thanatos for that reason. And the enemy team first picked Thor, which I guess isn't too bad. I mean, we're not in a tournament or anything. I don't want to get thinking too much about it, but still, whenever you're in ranked, you normally do see the higher gods being picked up, and Thor isn't really one of the gods that you'd normally pick up first, so it's an interesting pick, but oh well. So for our duo lane, we picked up both of the players who are going to be playing in the duo lane, Ymir and Neith, so pretty good comp actually. Happy about that. Our team's going to pick up a Chalk for the solo lane, obviously. And a Ra. Ra's actually climbing up the ladder on the tier list. He's actually getting up there pretty good, so Ra's not a bad pick at all. He wanted the AO pick, but they picked him up before it was his turn, so. But hopefully he does okay. I have faith. So this last pick for their team is going to be an ADC, and it's Samuzan. So, tier-wise, team versus team, it's actually a pretty close one. Yeah, it's actually pretty close. So hopefully it turns out to a good game. They got the better tank, but we got the better ADC. They got the better solo laner, but we got the better jungler. And mid lane's pretty much even. So, like I said, the team versus team, tier-wise, looking pretty even, like I mentioned. Have to include this loading screen into the video since I did put in the picking stage, so but hopefully it won't last too long. Get into the gameplay. Now the enemy tier whispered me after this game and was talking to me. He actually was a pretty cool guy. We became he added me and stuff, and I added him, and he's actually starting to support my channel, so he's a good player and he's a very nice guy. So if you guys see him, and Dolly's 13, I don't know if I butchered that name, sorry if I did, but yeah, every time if you see him, just think good things. Gotta give him a shout out. As usual, not going up or not picking up Bumba's mask, but I am gonna do the Death Toll Hog pot build instead of going into my boots, just because I really do like having the hog on me, since I'm gonna have to contest more. So that's the reason why I went up with this build. And I could have still picked up the hog and went with other items and stuff and did it that way, but I either go one way or another. Decided to get the red pot on me too, so I have to play safe so I don't get that off of me. I am going to solo red just because Thanatos is one of those gods who can do it and do it efficiently enough to make out good experience from it. However, if you're playing another jungler like Mercury, a Thor, Bastet, you know, all the ones that don't really have the best early clear times and not really efficient with it, like they drop down in health a lot, it's not really worth doing this strategy. I would just recommend going to mid camps and then getting the help here and helping out at blue buff. But since Thanatos is one of those gods, I'm going to solo this red. Now I did pick up my 3 first, even though I don't max it out first. And the only reason I picked it up first is just because it helps me with clear. I actually didn't clear this fast enough, and he came over in time to split up the experience, but oh well. So since it's since it's at the beginning of the video, can't talk at all. Since it's at the beginning of the game, and since the first few minutes are mostly just farming up, then I'm not going to talk too much about the gameplay. I'm just going to try to focus on the character, since, you know, like I said, there's not a whole lot going on, so I can do that without missing too much. And I haven't been doing this too much, unless if it's been like a newer god that's just been released. But I'm going to start going into itemization and skill build. Now, like I said, for Thanatos, skill-wise, I do pick up the 3 first, just for the clear. Now, it is a cone move that does damage and silences the enemy. You know, what you'd want to normally start out with whenever you're ganking. Silence them so they can't use their distance clear ability, their escape, as I like to call it, to get away. So it's pretty strong ability. It goes along greatly with his kit. But the next move, the one I'm going to max out, I'm not really doing these in order from 1, 2, or 3. I'm doing them in order that I pick up, you know, order of importance, I guess you'd say. And my 1 is the Death Scythe that, you know, kind of puts Thanatos on the map. I'm going to go counter gank mid here. Should be a dead. Yep, picked it up with the AoE. I don't think I actually hit him, but with the AoE hit, I tagged him with it. It's a good time to counter gank there, because whenever you finish out your jungle route, at the very end you're waiting for the mid camps to spawn, and they're close to mid, you know, hence the name. But so that's why a lot of people try to gank mid while they wait to make time go more efficiently. So keep that in mind, and I did remember that and planned around that to counter gank, and it worked out pretty effectively. Picked up the tier. But like I was saying, back to the skill build, so number 1 is the ability that puts him on the map. It is a line target ability that can hit lane minions or gods, so you have to, whenever you're in lane, there's minions there, you have to line it up so you don't hit a minion. Yeah, very frustrating when that happens, but it slows them and it steals their life if you hit them. And it's your main damage ability, and once you get a few items under you, once you get some gold under you, oh, looks like I was getting counter ganked. Gonna throw out the 1 for the lifesteal and just back off. If there was follow up there, I could have landed back on Thor to stun him, but there was no follow up, so I just retreated. Didn't even see that one coming, actually. Took me by surprise. But play that again. Turn around and hit my scythe to give me enough health to buy me some more time to get out of there. And like I just said, once the scythe was hit, I immediately, without hesitation at all, Was spamming my ultimate to fly away. Gonna ping this for Ra. Hopefully he can finish him off or go over there and contest something. If not, I'll pick him up. I don't know if I... Oh, he's going in. Pick him up. I want to focus the AO here. Do miss my sight, unfortunately. Pick him up, though, for the double kill. And just going to avoid this Athena, because there's nothing we can really do to each other at this point, so any engagement would actually just kind of be annoying and a waste of time. And Ra was talking to me in chat, as you guys see. He was saying that I was getting the mid camps and not helping him out, but that actually wasn't the case. I was chasing down the Thor. But I'm not going to be mean, just going to respond to him in a nice way, and hopefully once he reads this, he understands, and he's like, oh yeah, I see what you mean now, and he's not so mad at me anymore. So whenever people try to talk to you, I always try to keep it as civil as possible, because your team's not going to play well together if they're mad at each other. They're going to play the best together whenever everyone's happy and not angry at their teammates. So always keep that in mind. And if anything, if they say something like trolling you, then just kind of like one of the golden rules, kind of cheesy, but if you don't have anything nice to say, then just don't respond. Just don't enter in that chat box. Thor's behind me here. He's going to ult away, though. Now I'm going to try to start, again, talking about my abilities. I did get sidetracked a couple of times, but now his 2 is a movement and attack speed steroid that has bonus effects whenever people are in the threshold. So you'll move pretty much like a rocket late game whenever you have that 2 active and someone's in the threshold. Very good for chasing people down, but not very good until late game comes around, so gonna max that out last. Now my ultimate is where I fly up in the air, obviously, and I can land back down and stun people and do damage. Now, however, if they are in the threshold, you'll see a red skull, and it pretty much means if you land on them, it's a free kill. Although it's not, to be honest, it's not the easiest skill to hit. You'll see me sometimes whiff it, but oh well. Now for his itemization, like I said, due to his passive, his starting out build is a little different. Just don't get bumbas. That's pretty much all that all I have to say. As long as you aren't picking up bumbas, you're pretty much doing the right thing. And the way I like to build them is I like to build a little bit CDR in there, get some pen obviously. So Jotuns is a good item on him, but early game he's a hardcore AP kind of character, uses his abilities, especially with his scythe, to do major damage and just chunk people down. However, late game, whenever late game comes around and it transitions into late game, I feel as if I transition my build into a boxer build. Which, if you don't know what that term means, boxing in general in any MOBA is whenever you deal most of your damage with auto attacks. So, with that in mind, build some attack speed, high amounts of lifesteal, crit obviously, and yeah, late game you should come around. As long as you stick within those lines, you'll be hitting hard with both boxing and using abilities. Oh, nice snipe by Ra, picking him up. I'm just gonna fall back from this door and keep farming. And go into this speed camp. Mid camps are back up, I believe. No, I actually think he took them. I don't know if he took them or not. If not, that's him coming in to get them now. Come in here and contest these. Silence the spin to win. Hopefully gonna damage him down just a little bit to activate my ultimate. Oh wow, he's wiggling hard. Come back here, you troll. It was right there, so I'm gonna be careful. Just missed that ultimate. And unfortunately enough for me, I'm gonna be forced back. That was pretty bad playing by me, honestly. He was wiggling really hard, couldn't get an auto attack on him. You know, what can I say? I'm pretty bad. But I didn't lose anything by it because I did back out and didn't cost my life. And as long as I'm not being that aggressive, I'm not really losing too much just because I am ahead. So, you know, the risks are kind of worth it for me, I guess you could say. The right mid camps are up, so I'm going to look to clear those out. They're not here, so I'm just going to go back and buy some items. Excuse me. Like I said, that early Jotuns is a very good item. I don't know what it is today. I cannot talk for crap. I got some phlegm in my throat. Might be getting a little sick, so hopefully it's not that noticeable in a video, but kind of why I'm stuttering on my words and stuff. I'm getting a lot of phlegm build up, so yeah. I'm gonna come in here, try to gank middle lane. Athena is coming, but I did get my death scythe on him. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And I was going to sprint after him, but Athena taunted me back. Thor's behind me. If he lazy backs, I can hit my one. No, not going to do it. Gonna ult out of here again. You know, using my ultimate defensively again, which is not that great of a thing to do repeatedly, but it's saving me every time, so, you know, in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. Picking up that sprint so I can stay on people a lot easier. So I'm actually being out-farmed by their Thor, but I'm helping my team out more. I have more kills than him, which sounds like a pretty noobish thing to say. You know, I have more kills, but it's not so much as that. But I'm taking time out of my farm to help out my team and to kill the enemies in lane so they can get a bigger push and get ahead of their enemies. So, oh wow. Fisted them and was face to face with them and landed my death scythe. It just, like I said, it chunks them, especially with a squishy mage AO. I'm gonna stick around here just so I could help push this tower a little bit. These minions are up, so coming up, so there should be a free tower unless someone rotates hard. Thor's behind us, but just gonna focus the tower. Oh, landed another death scythe whenever he was ulting. Boy, you don't have time to ult away whenever I'm here. Actually, pretty bad move by him, being that my one move hits like a truck, but is kind of hard to hit. So by him standing there, it just made it a lot easier. Now she's in the threshold, so I can't ult this. Just trying to wiggle, but line up in the middle, land down, easy kill. Just missed that death scythe by a little bit. I'm gonna fall back. It's not 9 out of 10 chances. You know, fighting in between their towers is not a good thing, and it's definitely not a place where you want to be. However, a lot of times whenever you're already positioned there and someone's in the tier 1 tower and you're between the tier 1 and the tier 2, sometimes it's, you know, a little more sneaky. They don't notice it. So I was trying to get that death scythe off on AO, but missed him. I still see you, Thor. You're not fooling anyone. Nice stun by him. I'm just gonna get out. Athena's coming, yeah. Chalk coming in on my team though. Gonna try to pick out the Thor and dip out. Yeah, just gonna full retreat from this point. So you can see there, you kept hearing me. You kept hearing me say I'm gonna fall back, but then I'd kind of go back in or hang around. Oh, I missed it. But like I was saying, I kept saying I was gonna fall back and not get caught out. However, you didn't see me retreat fully. You saw me fall back a little bit and hang out behind my teammates. But just because I am falling back doesn't mean that I have to fully retreat and back and go to my base. I was just trying to play a little bit more safer with my positioning and go back a little bit so I wasn't as cut out. And whenever I saw an opportunity, I went back in, which is why it's always good to keep that in mind. So this is going fairly well for me. One of my first ranked games. No, unfortunately enough, I am in bronze still. However, that's not really because that's where I feel as if I should play there. It's just because, like I said, I haven't played any ranked since now. So kind of just stuck there by default. But hopefully upload some more ranked videos for you, and you guys will actually see me start to climb the ladder a little bit. So should turn out pretty good. Clear out these mids. Tears right here. Did miss his one though, so. Oh jeez, this is not good. Hey Amusin, what's up? Trying to get down this tower? Not on my watch. No, they still got it. Trying to focus on the archers just because they did the most damage. Even though the bigger minions have more health and they tank it for longer, I figured if I killed the archers, they do more damage, so the tower wouldn't go down as quickly, but it went down anyway, so. Athena getting low in the right jungle. Gonna eat this. And Nice snipe lined up my one fairly easy. Now I am caught out, and he is ulting. I'm gonna try to wiggle. I am gonna get caught out though. I'm probably gonna die. No doubt I'm gonna die. I mean, yep, Tyr got me. His mystical mark got me. If you're wondering how I died, he has a mystical mark and creates an AoE around him that does damage, and that's what actually killed me. But like I said, Tyr's one of the better ones on his team, so we did pick up the left tower. More gold for us, which is always good. Picking up Blood Forge just because I am ahead, and I did say that high amounts of lifesteal are good with him just because it makes him able to box, so gonna pick that up. It's actually fairly early to buy it because for a lifesteal item it's actually very expensive, but like I said, I am ahead. I don't think I'm gonna catch this Thor. I'm probably just gonna. Oh no, he's not backing. He's sticking around. Tyr got another kill. But yeah, he's still around here somewhere. I'm gonna try to pick him up. Yeah, he's backing right now. I'm probably too late. Yeah. I can pick up this tower though, or help pick it up. You want to stun Tyr and then ult away. Gonna go do these mid camps. So you can see, like I mentioned earlier, that even though I'm falling back, I'm not fully retreating to my well. I can still go do other things like farm up, you know, all that kind of stuff. Peel for the Thrall, you know, get that pesky Thor out of his way. So 20 minutes and 30 seconds in, our team is definitely ahead. I wouldn't say it's a stomp, but we're pretty far ahead, I think. Oh wow, I was hitting like a truck now. That's good. I'm gonna pick up these new camps. Gonna flank this mid. Ayo getting frisky, trying to push towers. He's going to the right jungle, so I'm gonna see if I can't cut him off. I actually hit that, surprisingly. I thought I wasn't going to. Oh wow, nice snipe. Gonna ult this since I missed my one. Oh wow, I missed. That was a good juke by him. Land my one on him that time though. Oh wow, I'm cut out pretty bad here. Although they're not really focusing me there, so I can kind of just slip out of here, surprisingly enough. I really don't know why. I assumed that I'd have a big target on my head since I'm this big, but I guess not. Maybe they just don't want to over pursue, I guess, too. You're going to get Quinn's size. Always one of the best items for boxing in general. Even though it no longer has lifesteal on it, the passive and the attack speed on it makes it really, really good. 10-1 and 3. You know, not too bad. One of my first league games, even though it is bronze, so I guess I shouldn't be bragging too much. Don't really mind that Neath is picking that up. And you can see now, it's really farming hard. Once I get a couple items under me, I can farm really effectively. And whenever I'm this big, I'm pretty much just looking for any camp that I can, you know, take, farm up on, even if it's one of theirs. So now Thor's low in the jungle. I'm gonna try see if I can't find him. He looks like he got away. They're grouping up mid, so we have to do the same to counter. Gonna focus on AO here. pick up the kill there, and looks like they fell back or in the process of falling back. Pick up the Thor kill. Oh no, the double! I'm gonna ult this. Hopefully I can. Yeah, this was a bad decision. Oh no, no! I was 1 second away from having one of them tank it. Ymir probably should have just stepped up to took the aggro there if he saw that. I don't know if he did or not, but oh well. Almost got away with it. That was a perfect tier ability. His #1. Forget what it's called. But yeah, he juggles you back in a line, and that was perfect timing because what was a double turned out into me ulting back at the Phoenix to get a kill and then dying shortly after. So good move by him. This ult's going to hit Ymir, unfortunately, and pick him off. Again, focusing the AO. Pick up that kill. Finished off the Athena. Now my target is Thor. He did get away. Oh, he's going back down. Bad choice, Thor. So yeah, I'm going to catch you. Oh, he has no mana. And I got the lifesteal. Oh, he's trying to protect the Rico. Got him with my 1. That was almost, he almost got it back, but had to cut him off with my 1 there just to make sure I killed him before the duration was up. Now you can CC him out of that, however I didn't have any CCs, excuse me, CCs on me. My fist was on cooldown, so had to burst him down before it fully casted. So, and this is going to turn out to an easy fire giant for us. Chalk took red, but not the biggest of deals. However, it would have been better off on, anyone else but him or the tank, actually. The mid lane could have taken it. I could have taken it. Our carry, most of all, could have taken it. But I'm not going to complain too much. Not worth starting a fight. Oh, come on, guys. Way out of position. Maybe not. They're getting a fair amount of kills themselves. At first, I wasn't looking too good, but they pick off our raw. Stun him. Oh no. He teleported out, but I should be able to catch him. That movement speed with my 2. If I would have had my sprint up to stick on him, I probably would have dived that, but I don't. Finish off my Deathbringer, sell my Death's Toll, go into a Malice. And this guy's right here, you obviously know at this point, like I said, I'm going to build into a Malice. And this is my typical build as long as I'm doing decent. It's always situational on how you're playing or how the game is, you know, based on the enemy gods and allied gods and stuff like that. It's always situational. But this is the ideal build if you're doing pretty good, have some nice farm under you. So not too often do you see, you know, people get into full builds. A lot of times it just turns out to surrender. So pretty happy about this one. I see you, I'm losing. Boom, 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 boom. Thor's caught out in mid. I can pinch him over. Split him from his team. Oh, nice wall. That was really good. Easy pickup there. But what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? I thought you backed off, man. Another good wall. Athena ult. Oh no, bro. Gonna ult this. Get it. Wow, great team fight on our part. Oh, got the crit off. Quinn's doing work. And this should be game, guys. Oh, heyo. Oh, what a douche. Ultimate at the very end to put one more death under me. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed, learned something. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.